Obviously, you don't want your kids to have to do all of this, even though she handles it well. I just don't want her to have to deal with it. I want her to be able to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
You feel like you're overreacting, but things can go so wrong. So it's very scary.
I'm okay to do this, but it does me in to think that my kids might have to go through this.
It was a shock because we have no type 1 diabetes in our family. It was kind of like a new challenge that she was like, I can take care of this. You know, I'm a big girl, I can be responsible. And she was great. She had a good attitude. She didn't complain. She was like, I'll check my sugars. I'll show everybody that I can check my sugars. And she's in tons of supports. And whenever you do that, you have to check yourself a lot. And she doesn't ever complain to me when I kind of yell at her from the side, okay, you need to come in and check real quick. If she needs a snack, she'll eat it real quick, get back out there, you know. So it's just amazing to see what your kids are capable of. Cooper is a great little brother. In the mornings, she does her own shots, but on the back of her arm, she can't pinch and do the shot. So Cooper pinches for her. You know, I'm making breakfast. He'll be eating his apple, like pinching her arm, and it's fun to watch them always be there together.
She's 70 and doggy.
The times that she has trouble are kids can say insensitive things that it's late at night and you got to do the Lana shot before bed. Well, she's tired and she's kind of thought about something someone said. And so then she'll kind of be like, I'm done with this. And that's when it usually hits her. So I've tried saying, just let me do it all. You just let it go and I'll take care of all of it. But that doesn't fix it. So the only thing that fixes it is just let her cry. Just told her. We're really active in JDRF because that's our only way to fix it. We can raise as much money as we can raise. We can be active in JDRF so that we can get the funds so that they can continue doing all the research they're doing. I feel like it is attainable that by the time she goes to college, she could have a cure. That's the only thing I can physically do. Even though she handles it well, it's still something she has to do. It's something I would love that she wouldn't have to do.
I have come to find that there are a lot more people like me, mothers that have type 1 diabetes that were diagnosed in their 20s, maybe 30s, and they're trying to raise a family or have that first child. And it's a huge goal to reach and to accomplish.
Okay, be careful.
The hardest part with being a mom with type 1 diabetes is sometimes just not being able to keep up. We always did our evening meal and then we'd do a walk at night, and sometimes we'd have to wait because I'd have to get my blood sugar to that certain level so I could go on this nighttime spring walk. And it was devastating for me, sometimes embarrassing, or driving with everybody else's kids and my own, because when you have a low blood sugar, you're not firing on all cylinders. And so that is the reality of the disease that a lot of times we don't talk about. I think sometimes we forget having type 1, it's not just about blood sugars, but it affects every single organ. It affects your eyes, it affects your heart, it affects your kidneys, your feet. Even though I have the best blood sugar management possible, just to have a cure for everyone, words cannot even express what that would mean. And without the giving and the support, there is no cure.
His blood sugar was over 1,000 when they diagnosed him, and they were amazed that he wasn't in a coma, which is sad. I asked them if they could just give him my pancreas. I said, I don't need it, give him my pancreas. You fear that they'll die, and I hate to say that. If you manage it, things can go along smoothly and they can do anything they want. But if something goes wrong, it goes wrong quickly and it can spiral out of control. It was hard because we wanted him to be able to do everything like everybody else, and I wanted to take care of it. I wanted to just be in the background or just be alongside and always remind him to do stuff and let him not think about it. But that eventually, he grows up and he has to go and do things on his own. So it was better to teach him how to handle it. We went on a visit to Louisville and Iowa, and I went in and going back to being the nag, I went in and I asked to talk to the trainers and the doctors, and I made sure that they understood that if he's lifting weights and he has a low blood sugar, he needs food. It doesn't mean he's a wimp. It means something's going on, let's figure it out. If his blood sugar's low, if his blood sugar's high. So I was kind of a pushy mom during the recruiting process. Ben was probably in middle school, and we were driving along, carpooling after a game, and Ben had heard about someone who, I don't know if they had a heart condition or an illness, cancer, but he'd heard that they'd put together a spaghetti feed to raise the money to help with medical expenses. So I'm driving along and he says, "Mom, if I planned it, if they came up with a cure for diabetes, do you think we could have a spaghetti feed so I could have it?" And it broke my heart.
I feel like as a mom, I should be able to fix it. When they have a scratch, you fix it. When they're sick, you fix it. When something breaks, you fix it. You're the mom, you fix it. And this is too big. I can't fix it.
Boy, a cure for me, it means a lot of things. The hardest part as a mother is just knowing too that potentially I will be that one that could pass it on to them. And no one can guarantee me that I won't. And so to have that in my heart, that part is hard.
It means he could sleep through the night. He wouldn't, even as a 23-year-old, if his blood sugar's low, when he goes to bed, he'll shoot me a text that says, "Mom, please text me at 3:30. Make sure I wake up to test my blood sugar." I hope he has a family someday. It means he could not worry if his children were to develop it. If there's a cure, then his kids wouldn't have to go through what he's had to go through.
I heard my mother praying in her bed the other night. She said, "God, please help my baby. Please make him all right." She wished for me a long life, happiness and little strife, healthy legs to take me where I want to go, strong eyes to see the whole world, strong heart to find the right girl, and a promise that God will help me live the life I'm meant to lead. That's a mother's prayer.